Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Roll with the RPG Vampire the Dark Ages. Glad to have you back, you know, for your patience and all that. So let's go over what happened last time. In the last session, it was an adventure in and of itself. We had tech issues with brain farts and how to fix it. Things did eventually get solved, so here's what happened story-wise. Oliver was temporarily recruited by the Prince's Sheriff of Elysium. The two went to confront the gypsies and vampires among them for not having announced themselves to the prince. Oliver found out that the sheriff has no interpersonal skills whatsoever. He's even very bad at interrogation. Oliver eventually led the leader of the gypsy vampires to the prince. He also learned that the Ravenos tend to get chased out of town a little slower than what is currently happening. From there, he started playing an inadvertent game of cat and mouse with the rest of his coterie. Uh, Asmodeus and Casper started in on the quest given to them by the prince. They also began hunting down their coterie member Oliver. They went to his bakery and talked to Samael. They tried at the clinic in the slums. There, they would be pointed in the direction of the prince from a small child, hired to guard the clinic by the sheriff. All the while, this was running around and happening. Dragomir was navigating a vast umbral realm, being pulled by vibes in different directions. Uh, he heard his mother calling from one, but felt the return to consciousness from another. He chose personal growth and value and began to return to the land of wakefulness. That's what happened. I had to rewatch our 2.5 hour stream to remember all that. Yes.
I'm good. Yeah. 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 Just give him a
All right.
thumbs up. It's all good. Good vibes, man. That's what I'm feeling.
All right. So let's start with Oliver, shall we? Uh, you last talked to Samael and then started off on to your next destination. But we didn't cover where that was. So where are you headed to, sir?
I don't know.
That's fair. It's been a while.
I have no idea. Oh, actually, I think I was going back to, even though it wouldn't matter, going back to see, uh, like down where Dragomir is at and all that. I believe is what I was thinking I was
Okay.
gonna do.
So taking off to uh, Bandy Nosh's
Yeah.
little secluded safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Make sure I got him up in case. Okay. All right. I mean, it's a walk now. We've covered several times in multiple streams. It doesn't take you long to get from uh, your bakery to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You're coming in through the front doors. There are a few nuns who see you in their like nursing aprons. All of them have seen you before go talk to Aisha, so none of them uh, approach to see what you need. However, as you're walking past, one says she went into one of the storage areas in the back, slightly down uh, the walkway there. If you're looking for Aisha,
Okay, thanks. And then I go whatever direction I need to go for.
the the basic like way the nun was pointing is somewhat towards where you're headed, anyways.
Okay.
Uh, you head down the twirling stairs that, like last time, feel like they go on forever. As you approach the bottom, the smell of incense gains in strength. The smell of old parchment catches in your nose a little bit. And then you hear a familiar voice of your sire. You hear saying, "When is my daughter going to be awakened? She's been in here, what, a week? 2? You're supposed to be healers. She's in torpor. Why haven't you healed her yet?" There's a familiar grunt in response that you recognize as the woman in armor. But there doesn't seem to be any commentary from Nahum.
I see.
That's what you doing.
I'll just approach the voices in my head. No, I'm just
You shall navigate by vibes now.
Yeah, I'm going to the voices in my head. Hey, Dragomir, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, just follow the vibes, man.
All right. You open up the door to get into the catacombs area proper, as it were. There are more people down here than there were before. None of them seem to have any signs of vampirism, except maybe the start of a small bump, like where an eye might develop, but hasn't. They're all busy poring over the different parchments and paperworks that Nahum has kept down there. The woman in armor turns and looks at you, nods, says something in Arabic. You have
Yep, no idea.
no idea.
Just I just nod and thumbs up.
You come through and you get to the chamber that Tiffany's in, and Jelena's in there, sitting. Somewhat inactive. You're not something you're used to your sire being. She's usually on the move, always doing something, especially since she doesn't have her partner shelter like you currently don't have yours.
Getting a new partner.
That's got to make a new one. She smiles at you and says, "If you're here to see the old man, he's indisposed."
I didn't realize you were still in town. I thought you had left.
I didn't want to leave until Tiffany was up and around.
Oh. What if that takes a while?
The player missed that. Could you please?
What if that takes a while?
My travels can wait.
Oh. Okay.
I will be here as long as she doesn't chase me off. She's been just standing over me, grunting non-committally towards everything I ask or demand.
That sounds right. And she's really nice, though, if you get to know her. I guess.
Jelena kind of looks at her and says, "Uh-huh. Really nice."
See, watch. Hi. See?
Gives you like a Terminator, like that T2 smile.
Rith? It's the wrong campaign. uh so where's he, how is he indisposed?
He's just continue on in. You won't miss him. It'll become somewhat evident.
Oh. Alright, I'll walk in further.
So you get to that stone sarcophagus that he was using as a table, and in front of it is seated Dragomir, slack-jawed, completely vacant look in his eyes, and
Oh, he's
sitting
back.
behind him on the sarcophagus is Nahum, and he's got his hands placed just at like the where his neck meets the shoulders, where they're just kind of resting. His eye is completely open. It's glowing very brightly, casting what looks to be almost like a haloed mist around Dragomir, and he's mumbling in a language you've never heard. You've been in this region long enough that you've picked up what certain ones sound like. You know, Arabic, Hebrew, Egyptian Gnostic, your
Malkavian.
big, right, Malkavian, French. Like you've heard bit snippets of a whole slew of languages just being here and in your travels, and you cannot even place what he's speaking.
But he wasn't doing that when we left though, right? Because he was
No, he was not.
So this is something new.
Mm-hmm.
Well, seeing this, I probably will not even speak to him because I don't know what he's doing and I don't know if I could mess it up.
Okay.
I'll talk to the muscle woman.
Okay.
Have you seen him do this before?
No.
Oh. Like you've never seen any of it done before that's being done over there, or just not this part?
This.
Oh. Well, now I'm a little worried.
She just nods.
How long has it actually been since we dropped him off? Has it been a day or is this the same day?
It's I think it's still the same day.
Oh. I'll go back to Jelena, I guess. You wouldn't happen to know what he's doing over there, do you?
Your companion, if I understood what was happening, was choosing to drift towards what Nahim called the Deadlands.
And that's bad?
Yes. Our as souls are tethered to our physical forms because of the curse. In order to heal the possession and the damage done from it, Nahim has to untether it to consume it. So it's possible for him to gain a true death the way any mortal would by having their soul move on. He didn't drift that way along, but Nahim has chosen to make his beacon to life a little more potent to keep him from drifting any further.
That's good. He's always needed help with things, you know. I was gonna say that we all do, but I think he sometimes needs a little more help than the rest of us do. Like one time he was doing this thing and he messed up his shoulder. I had to fix it for him. I'm not a doctor or anything, but
But you fixed it?
yeah, and yeah. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm quite the hero around here.
I've heard tales somewhat in passing from at least the nuns above.
Yeah, you'd think that I would probably not want like to be famous or like have my presence known around very much, but here I am.
It does make your existence a little harder in this area.
Yep, and now I'm alone.
Perhaps when Tiffany awakes and she reaches over and grabs Tiffany's hand and gives it a little squeeze, it'd be time for you two to move on.
Move on? Question mark?
Did you say question mark?
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
Our smaller sect isn't known for long-term locational attachments. I had you and Tiffany moving all over Europe and into the mid Asia, the steppes and whatnot, trying to follow clues left by Charlotte before his destruction. Maybe it's time to fly from here.
But we're here on a mission and stuff, and my friends.
It's probably doesn't speak well of them if you have to air quote.
Well, I mean, one of them's like trying to create a division within their own clan and stuff, and like create like a civil war or something. I don't know really what's going on. And
Well, good luck to them.
oh, did I tell you that I met another of our kind?
You mean besides Naheem and
Yeah.
uh,
Um, this guy was part of a crusade, like the first Crusades or something. I don't know. Is that what it was?
okay,
Um, he was trapped in some catacombs or some mazes underneath the city. He was being tortured by some Balai.
her expression gets very dark when you say that, and you hear uh like the armor of the woman clank as the person behind you seemingly steps in closer after you've said that.
I can I can feel your breath back there. Wait, does she breathe?
That you can. It takes a blood point.
Okay. I can feel your presence back there.
Speak.
uh we killed most of them. One got away.
Uh, Jelena nods at that, and you can hear more movement of the woman in armor, and then you can hear her walking away, and then the scraping of like metal on stone, and the whole time Jelena's looking past you, watching her move about.
Is she sharpening a weapon?
No, she's picking up gear.
Oh. Oh.
I never did. Yeah. Jelena says something to her in Arabic. The woman responds. Uh, she says she's going hunting.
Oh. Um. Should I help?
She says something to her. The woman takes a while to reply. Jelena says she wants to know if you can wield a weapon.
Yes. Wait, you don't know?
I'm just translating.
You had to ask.
She responds. You hear the woman do her usual grunt. And then a gauntleted hand rests onto your shoulder.
uh. Does that mean
Go.
Okay.
Lead.
Oh. Yep. Right this way. Let me know if anything changes with either of them.
Juliana chuckles, nods, says happy hunting, waves to you.
Let's go.
So where are you leading her first? The
Uh,
woman in armor.
Well, I mean, we know that they went out near the church, I guess, or they were somewhere around there. I didn't go out of the, I didn't chase the one that went out, and I don't remember if Casper told us where, because I think he ran out to follow a little bit, like when it went up the stairs, and I don't remember if he told us where it went or not. The stairs.
I believe he just said he got away.
Okay. But I'm just gonna assume that maybe we'll find something around there.
Okay, so you're heading to Mount Zion Church.
Yeah, with the one group of vampires, I can tell you, because we got a thing for it.
Is it the Cappadocians?
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right, so you're heading there first,
Yeah.
because that their territory, the graveyard's not
Yeah.
far from the church.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where the best place I would know to go to look for first, or maybe
Okay.
even ask them. I don't know.
All right, so you're headed towards the Cappadocians.
Right. Wherever the other two are going, I'm going to go a different direction.
Right.
Even though we could probably use their help.
Right. Okay. Asmodeus. Casper. You just got done talking to the little kid. He's pointed you in the direction of the prince's abode, because that's where that's the general direction that Oliver last went in.
What time of night is it? Like, how much more night do we have left?
You've got about 4 hours from what you can tell. You're not feeling the pull of the sun yet, but experience lets you know it's not too far away.
Has Asmodeus ever mentioned, like, while we've been together, like, any kind of, like, talent at reading?
Asmodeus?
Okay.
Nope.
Then I'll probably just do that part myself. Well,
Are
I feel
you
like
saying
at
you
this
never
point
learned to
we're-
read? Is that what am I hearing?
I feel like we're destined to go in circles tonight. Let's go to the graveyard. No, just kidding.
I wonder if it's even worth it.
I do believe. I think there are a couple of. We should probably get a head start on, like, doing a little information gathering, and then get with Oliver probably tomorrow night. Like, first thing, like, head over to the bakery, try to catch him there so we can kind of put everything together. I've got a couple of ideas. I figure maybe I'll run one down and you run the other, unless you have some ideas also.
And I can,
send him like a mental message of where we'll be if we want. He's never answered me back, so I don't know if he actually gets it or not, but I can try.
I think at this point, with what we have tonight, we'll just get together. I think getting together tomorrow at dusk will probably be the most efficient use of our time. Let me give you my ideas and see what you think. So,
Okay.
with the task we've been given, I don't think it's going to be easy or quick. So, I think that maybe I can think of two places where we might be able to dig up some information on if anything like this has ever happened or if there's any clues and how to deal with it or how to track it down. So I think the Cappadocians might actually have some information that they might be able to help us with. I can't remember, DM. Did we tell them? We told them about the Belai, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. And then there's a fairly extensive library in town that I've gotten access to through the owner, and I can dig around in the books and see if we can find anything helpful. We did last time we went there, so you got any ideas?
No, I think they're both good ideas. I mean, it's the best way for us to really track them, I think, is look at a couple different angles and put it together and see what we can find out.
If you want to head out and talk to the Cappadocians, I'll head to the library, and then we can meet up at the bakery first thing tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
All right. Then, until then, and I'm gonna head towards the library.
All right, so you're heading to Jurgen's place?
Mhm.
And you're heading towards the Cappadocians.
Yes.
Okay. There it is. Alrighty. Dragomir. Would you kindly make a roll for me of empathy perception?
Hey, I've got that. Yep, that's a Dragomir roll right there. That's
Nice. 10 dice, 2 successes. Very
yep. 2 1s. Yep. That's good. I'm back, boys. I'm back.
Like you never left.
I think I never left.
For a brief moment after having told the voice of one of your victims that you decided to keep moving forward, that you deserve to see where this point leads, you sense a wave of multiple emotions, all of them dark. They're loneliness, anger, hate, depression, despair, melancholia, all coming from the direction you chose not to go in when there's like as if on the wind of these emotions. You get another hint of a family member. Who of the extended family, so not your mother or your father, would you say you had the worst relationship with?
Um, Probably, I would say one of his uncles, who would have seen his peculiar behavior as, you know, he would have been a little bit more strict as like an orthodox follower, and seen Dragomir's strange behavior as wanting to learn science and things like that as blasphemous and, you know, work of the devil. So
All right, amongst those intense feelings, you sense that same level of filial malevolence and like disappointment coming from the same direction. When you hear a weak, scraggly, haggard voice. If this is hell, why isn't that worthless son of my brother here? He has abandoned us not only in life, but in death. And then there's a cough, followed by a intense feeling of fear with the voice saying, "We need to hide. We need to hide. We need to keep ourselves safe so when we find him, we can show him the same level of pain he has brought to us by condemning us all here, of all places."
okay, gonna continue to try to move in the same direction that he's been going, away from the voices, and say, you never really understood why I wanted to learn what I wanted to learn and why I need to go back. I may not have always made the best choices or smartest ones, but I have seen the good that I have done to those that have lost hope, that have been cast out by those who had wealth but would not spend it on them, by those who came to me, even though I'm sure there were things about me that caused them concern, that gave them pause, but they had no other choice. And I helped them saved some of them. And if I can do that for another person, I will consider it an unnatural life well lived. And if I can convey to my friends how much I appreciate their help, maybe I'm not so cursed.
All right. Give me a willpower roll. Difficulty is 7.
I did just try to click on the willpower to like edit and said I couldn't edit because it was locked. And when I popped it out, because my sheets popped out. So I must, maybe it's just people that run games. We just can't do the stuff that other people do. That's
Re-unlocking with the little lock in the top left-hand corner.
I'll try that. Wow, that's not a dragon reroll.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
3 successes. You turn to push away, leaving the waves and winds of whatever dark place is behind you at your back. You don't feel yourself progressing particularly far. You do have a vague sensation of having moved somewhat. When another familiar voice, one you haven't heard often, your most recent memory of it was not too long after you were embraced. A gentleman attempted to help you when you looked like you were in distress and ended up becoming a bit of a snack. Here, where do you think you're going, boy? You say you're helping people? I tried to help you. You sent me to the same place you're trying to run from now. What makes you think you even truly deserve that? I heard what they said, what that man said. I can confirm everything you touch rots and burns in the pits of Hades. You are a curse, not only to yourself, everyone around you.
I don't think I deserve it, but that isn't the point. It is the people that I'm with right now. They believe in me. They think that I deserve it, and they think that I can help them. So it's not about my self-worth, it's the worth they see in me.
Okay. Want to hop over to Asmodeus. From Oliver's bakery, just kind of south of it, and from the clinic, kind of southwestish, is the Cappadocians, right? If you cut through other people's small, tempted claimed domains, all the poor in their shacks, if you work your way through them instead of taking the route like a road or any of the known normal paths. You have a feeling you can get over there fairly quickly. And you recall that Oliver once showed everyone kind of a quick route from there back to this section. It's not the same direction, like not heading in the same direction, but you should be able to recognize like the landmarks, like going backwards. So, give me a perception survival or survival perception roll, since it has to click the skill, then click the.
Two.
Yeah, it doesn't take particularly long to remember the way you need to go to get through. You're like, oh, I remember that particular burning trash pile, and that puddle's very familiar. So if I just hang right here and down in that culvert there, I'll get there fairly quickly. You manage to work your way through the slums and across the largest above ground cemetery you've ever seen to the Cappadocians' territory. They're still a small like construction unit of them. You recognize a few of them fixing the last few bricks needed to patch the hole that the knights had broken in out of just a few nights ago before you went and delved in through it yourself. What would you like to do?
I will just kind of stroll up to him and say, hello, friends. I was hoping I could gain some insider information. Let's see if I recognize one of them that was there when we came the last time.
Give me an alertness wits roll.
Can I use quick-witted?
Yeah, absolutely. Shit,
6.
that's pretty good. 6 successes on 6 dice. Nicely done. You recognize one of them. You weren't like given a name, but he was here. Not only when you like fought the
Assassin.
assassin, right? He was here then, and he was here when you decided to go down into the catacombs that it leads to. But you don't see Adam, the one you have everyone's interacted with, at least a little bit. None of them seem to pay you too much mind, which is a minor step up. Like before, you were headed off by Adam, and they're like, "Don't come this way." But now that you're being allowed to wander, even if it's keeping an eye on you from like peripheral visions.
I'll go up to the one that I recognize. Say, do you remember that? I mean, I'm kind of hard to forget. We spoke with Adam and we went into the catacombs. Um, we've our group that went into the catacombs. We've been tasked by the prince to search for the Belai. And we know the Cappadocians are very knowledgeable. So I would hope that if you had some information, you could share it with me.
About the Belai.
Yes.
Oh, hey. Well, I can think of mostly semi-historical conjecture, myth. Nothing more recent than what you've done at the church. And he turns and looks in the distance towards the Mount Zion temple. But I don't often pay attention to smaller bloodlines and their trespasses unless it's directly on us. However, I can see if Abraham might be willing to talk to you. He is our elder, our counsel.
Would be appreciated.
You have assisted us, so he may agree to a brief meeting.
Do you need time to set this up, or
Time would be appreciated. Not so much that it will take too much of it. Just that some secrets need to be maintained, and I cannot reveal them with you here.
I understand. I can respect the keeping the secrets close.
If you're willing
Would-
to return tomorrow, I'll
That
have
can
an
be
answer for you.
That can be arranged.
Do not come too quickly after sundown.
Would it be too much if my companions that were with me the other night to come, or should I come alone?
You may bring the priest.
Okay. He's probably the respectable one of the group anyway, so
It's just Abraham will find him more to his liking when it comes to dealing with them. However, if Adam comes by before then, I'll send a messenger. You can perhaps convince, with his help, to let others.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I will
Casper,
leave you for the night, and I appreciate your assistance.
sleep well. The sun is coming up.
Yep, I'll head back to my place after that.
All right. As you're walking away, you hear him yell, "You must dig faster. The body must be placed before sundown." That's it. Casper, you've been to Jurgen's place a few times now. You even have a task that you have agreed to do for him. Rebinding his most valuable piece of trash. The ancient, slightly falling apart. Okay, that's an understatement. Heavily falling apart book that seems to contain tiny little tidbits of truth. As you approach, you don't recognize the guards this time around. Couldn't be unusual. Can't have the same person standing out front every night.
Convenient.
Yeah.
I mean, for me.
So what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna walk towards them like I belong there. And I like just like give them the greeting as I'm like walking towards, see if they try to stop me. Or if like the air of importance is just like, oh, he must be important. He hasn't got shit all over him.
They step very slightly into your path to block like the way towards the door. And oh, uh, there's a bit of a mild intimidation factor. It's hard to be intimidated by a mortal. But there's that don't pass this point type of air that they're giving you.
Just gonna like, I'm not gonna stop, but I'm gonna like slow my walk so I don't quite get to him yet.
Okay.
Uh, Good evening, gentlemen. I see the two I'm used to meeting here not on duty today. Master Jurgen is expecting me.
You're expected.
Indeed.
Keep an eye on him. Master Jurgen does usually welcome in the clergy, but still, it's not hard to get a hold of a robe and a rope.
But the Lord would smite people that did something that underhanded without belief.
They both chuckle a little bit at that. the one on the left side of the door says, "I'm going to go ask," and unlocks the door, steps in. You can hear it latch back into place on the other side, followed by like a thump of some sort. Probably a a bar being put into place.
The guy that they hit and go, poor chap didn't even ask my name.
I think when he says the pale, tall, red-haired priest, I think Master Jurgen might know that description. If you're wanted.
Ugh, if. I'm gonna try and look as offended as possible by the implication that there's any way I'm not going in as soon as he gets back.
All right, give me an expression manipulation roll.
Do I have any expression? I don't think I do. I do not. Manipulation. This is gonna be a good one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let it go.
Like there's a you give a bit of the, and you can feel that had you been alive, you would have inadvertently like spit like all over the place with it. You just the mild chuckle from the guy as you go do one of these to check to make sure you didn't. A few minutes passed. He keeps looking.
And
you
like
up and
I had
down.
an itch or a sneeze. Like, oh, that was weird.
Then you hear the door unlock and open up, and standing there is Jurgen himself, and behind him the guard that went to go talk is looking sheepishly at the carpet, like that he's standing on. He looks up and like shrugs at the other guard and walks past.
Ah,
Says,
Jurgen. I hope you were not busy. I've come to start work on my promise. If
"Oh
you've
no,
collected
no, your arrival, though unexpected, is very much welcome. It's proving surprisingly difficult to gather some of the materials you need to restore the book. However, being that you have stopped by at night, I've found myself being a little more active after sundown in hopes, just small hopes that you'd stop by. So please come in. I have things I've discovered in my own shelves thanks to this. Your curiosity sparked in me my own research project into small oddities, let's say. So come. I will have uh someone gather a bottle of wine and a few glasses.
excellent.
And he, of course,
No.
pushes the admonished, sheepish guard just past you, and as he kind of like shuffles past, it's like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Father.
Pat him on the shoulders. I go by. Not at all. You have a job to do.
The Master Jurgen has informed me that with the two of us and other previous nights, all of us have met you, and we are to allow you unfettered access when requested.
Well, try to stay. What type of year is it? Is it like cold or hot out?
It's always hot out. You're in the middle
Oh.
of a desert.
Try to stay cool out here in the shade.
It can be difficult, but Master Jurgen does keep a garden in the area, and that seems to help. The trees.
I'm gonna head
Perhaps
in.
it's a favor of the Almighty on him.
Ooh, indeed, everything is of his favor.
Then Jurgen smiles, claps a little bit. Just, all right. Let's just be done with these two buffoons. Please sit. I will be right back. I do have to wake a servant to do their job, but well worth it. Well worth it. And he shuffles off through a door on the lower floor. You are left briefly alone.
I know he told me to sit, but I'm just gonna start looking at like book like the ends. This
Right.
like just kind of seeing if there's anything that catches my eye that looks like it might be useful or like related even tangentially to what we're looking at.
Right. Okay, that would still be helpful, but it's not on the sheet. Give me an academics wits roll, followed by an enigma intelligence roll. Both difficulty 6. 2. All right.
Would book knowledge specialty help?
Yes. Two decent rolls. All right, you give a quick pass over the shelves on ground floor, even though the ones that had the information you were looking for previous were upstairs in his second offshoot library, I guess. You do spot a few that might help, right? One is someone's treatise on the so-called Books of Solomon. There are a few scrolls that you managed to catch minor glimpses of that from just like the briefest of views might deal with abnormal pressures on the mind, non-medical based ones. And you manage to find it's just a small tablet, rough hewn stone. It's got under it a piece of parchment that suggests that the stone is some sort of god touched like amulet, but it's far too big to be worn. But the the note suggested it's for protection against those type of things, against outside uh outside humorous manipulations. Maybe some things along the way that Dragomir does stuff, or maybe it's on possessions. But until you look it over more thoroughly based off that quick read, that's what you manage to
I have a
find.
mechanics question.
Sure, give me a mechanics question.
So, would celerity possibly be able to make you read faster? And you can move your eyes faster, right?
That's a good question. You know what? I personally don't see why not, why it wouldn't affect. But the book might say otherwise, or
think it
nothing
just-
at all.
From what I could tell, it doesn't really mention it. So I was just it allows you to take extra actions.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe.
You know, I'm going to say yeah. That
Excellent.
it can.
I mean, it would, you'd obviously be limited by your intelligence or your wits, but which I have.
Yeah. It doesn't say specifically, but I think you'd be able to.
Excellent. That'll make the rest of the night probably a little easier.
There's like a good, like 5 minutes. You hear a bell, like being rung from inside the building a few times during the 5 minutes before Jurgen comes in and says, "It took me a while to rouse someone, but the wine will be here in just a bit. What, besides the attempted repair, which I'm not quite ready for, what brings you by this evening, my friend?"
I'd been contemplating some religious ideas, and I'm gonna kind of like hold up the book I'm holding. I was I was thinking about the act of possession and things like that, and I was curious if you had any interesting books on that sort of topic, kind of like this one. This is got some very interesting ideals.
Well, would it not be more conducive to seek out members of your own church?
Oh, indeed, but the one can always find knowledge where one looks for it. There's more than one ways to skin a deer.
I've never heard that phrase, but I think I understand the gist of it. let me try. Hmm. I should. I see you've already found the writings on Solomon. That isn't exactly damn it. A uh in-depth study. I've read that one a few times. And I have looked at it quite recently, but for non exercisey type uh, purposes. You might find more if on it on that particular subject if you visit a small Gnostic temple on the outskirts of the new gate. There's an older building dedicated to Christian faith. It's managed to weather the two, well, three wars over Jerusalem, including the incident you initially came to me looking about. The Night of Blood. The Gnostics put a little more stock into the lesser known books from the scriptures. That doesn't quite line up with our Latin teachings. But according to it, he did deal with exercising and the control of spirits. He was apparently, well, according to the treatise, thus according to the books, maybe some sort of witch or wizard.
The person that runs the place, or the person I should be looking into?
Solomon.
Oh, sorry. For a second, I thought he was saying that the guy running the church might be a wizard. I was like, oh,
No.
yes, I was reading about this this amulet here. If it did work like that says in this book, it would be a useful item.
Yes, it was my understanding that it was found embedded in a door frame with the writings on it. You'll notice that it's in Latin and Greek, and there's some sort of hole punching dot based language. The Greek and the Latin do not match up, but they do offer fealty to the spirits and their protection.
Did you say there was a picture of it in the book, or
There's like the tablet has like a god damn it has a like a piece of parchment that someone has taken like notes on next to it. And it itself, like the top is in Greek, and then there's a middle section in Latin, and the bottom section it's like pokes, not like the triangular cuneiform or anything like that. Like it's literally just like almost like a reverse like braille, like the way it's put into it.
but nothing I would recognize?
No,
Okay. And you said so I speak Latin and Greek, so the two parts of it are what he's saying similar, but not quite,
yeah,
not matching up.
each one is like a separate like written wish for protection, calling upon different entities of some sort, but neither read up calls upon the same things, but the purpose they're being called on is for protection.
Make a note. Do I have my? I'm sure I have like my journal with me. Can make a note of like the exact wording of the phrases.
Okay.
Thinking next time I have to exercise a spirit from a vampire, maybe they'll help.
Sure. Give me just a straight wits roll.
Hold on, I'm gonna use a reroll.
Okay.
Make a note. Hold on, once I find it. Where am I? Where are you at? Okay. Okay, that's better.
You've heard similar phrases and pleas to God in prayers. It's not hard to add in the changes that each of these different, say, prayers themselves call on. Some of these beings, like in the Latin, it calls on angelic names that you recognize. But in the Greek, where you would expect it to call on some of the Greek gods, maybe, it instead is calling on the spirits of different animals. One's known generally for being strong or associated with some sort of dominance, like the lion.
Are any of them bears?
Nope, no bears.
Dang. Never lucky.
Well, I did have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Go on.
While we search for the information you might be looking for. I have started looking into odd occurrences. There used to be a young lady who came here quite often over the last year, though I have not seen her in like the last week. Was always looking into creatures. I figured she had a unique take on what people think are out there, but I never truly pressed. However, since you came and asked on similar subjects, I decided to start looking in myself up certain things myself. And I have discovered the briefest of snippets that has me just a buzz with curiosity at its potential of truth and the implications that it might lead to. It's not much, and he hurries up the stairs, and you hear him ruffling around and he comes down, and he's got a fairly thick leather-bound tome. It doesn't have anything embossed on the front. There's no ribbing to the back to give you an idea based off how many rings there are to tell you what type of book it is. And he says, this is a journal. It belonged to a madman, so I don't take all of it with the hint of truth, but it does reference other things that this man should not know. Stuff more akin to what you would know. The different truths that not told to us as laymen, but kept by the priesthood themselves. Though some coin might be able to loosen some secrets from their hiding places. And I've done just that. This book references the Mark of Cain, but suggests that it's not the horn that we've been taught it is. That it's a gift of immortality, that his inability to die is what separated him as his punishment, that he was made to be eternally alone, as it were, due to the implications of such a eternal life. I was wondering if you've ever heard of the Wandering Jew. I think perhaps that this is a reference to it.
I believe in my studies I may have heard of some kind of a legend. It piques like a distant memory in there somewhere. Do go on.
Well, is my understanding that many believe the Wandering Jew to be more Judas. His punishment is to never see heaven due to his taking his own life, and also to be denied entry into hell because his crime was so wrong, his betrayal of the Messiah, that he won't even have respite, thus a form of immortality that he's walks about. But this journal mentions Cain and his mark of immortality as a gift, not so much as a punishment as we might imagine it. I can't possibly see how that's true. This is from a madman, but I have another book. And then he, of course, gets up again and like runs up the stairs, and you hear him rustling around.
I'm gonna like look at the book he has. Like, what the heck is this?
Sure.
Is the name of the guy 4?
What?
Is the name of the guy who wrote the journal 4?
No. Give me an investigation perception. And you can, if you want to spend a blood point to like give it a quick like flip through. If you choose to do that, I'll also need a athletics dexterity roll.
I'm not going to risk it because I don't want to rip the pages out on accident. So I'm just going to give it a regular.
All right. So you pick it up. You know, you can hear him rustling around. You have a few moments as he attempts to find what the second book of his, and you start to give a loose, quick flipping through and a skim of the pages, and it's you. Even though this handwriting looks similar, you've spent enough time over books and copying and recopying that you notice this journal contains more than one pen. It's been it's multiple people's keeping track within it, but no one identifies himself. Like each pen, you only know it's separate by the small loops and slants and stuff like that the different people. It never suggests that it is different people. But you begin to notice as he continues to rustle upstairs that very briefly and in the most vaguest of terms, this book might belong to a family of vampire hunters. And he's at some point gotten it himself. And the mentions of Cain and his immortality are the one you catch. It's written more like a curse, like Cain and his get can go fuck themselves type of curse. Not so much being like, yeah, immortality is great. Cain got punished with living forever, but he's having a grand old time. This is definitely more not so much about him, more about people like you. And you hear like a stack of books hit the floor, and one comes flying from the top, like flutters down and slams into the floor, and you can hear Jurgen curse in German. And he comes downstairs and puts the book he was searching for on the table near you and goes over and picks the one that came falling down and says, I've got to reorganize the shelves again. I caused a bit of a collapse. Anyway, and he puts the one that fell in the seat next to him as he sits down. This one, this book, it doesn't make any of the references to the Cain, but it does make reference to the Wandering Jew. And it suggests that Judas's immortality isn't a punishment thrust upon him by God. That before he hung himself, he was confronted by an elder wise man of some sort that treated him to a meal of quintessence, the spiritual ether of some sort, and feeding him this power granted him his immortality. But it suggests that he needs to feed upon this energy fairly regularly. That there is a, what is it called again? And he picks up the book and flips through it a little bit. Ah, yes, they call it an avatar. There's like an avatar of some sort of animal or beastly monster that drives him to seek out places of power or people of power to feed from, to pull the same level of magical energy to gain his immortality. Now, this is just two references, and admittedly, that first journal is nonsensical from a madman, but this book was written by a Venetian traveler who claimed to have met Judas, and that Judas taught him how to feed from this magic to gain an extended life. And I deal with Venetians, traveling businessmen, often. Though they have a tendency to exaggerate, when it comes to the more fantastical tales, I've found many of them to be at least somewhat based in truth. So I'm curious as to the truth in this. Is it perhaps, as a priest, that you think God's commandments towards the destruction of witches is to keep us from harming ourselves by seeking out immortality via magic? That it's to keep us mortal so that we don't lose this gusto of life over the eons, over time.
That's one way to look at it, I guess. I never contemplated this sort of thing before. Maybe possibly an extended life just gives one more chances to praise his name and to do good works for the world.
That is something to think about.
Or to atone for things done in one's past. You know,
I would think a longer lifespan would result in more things to atone for.
depends on the person.
The life of a man results in so many regrets naturally. I couldn't imagine facing what might happen if given a longer chance.
It is the same thing that all men face, but just more opportunity, but more opportunity to go down the right path.
True enough. Well said.
I mean, it is why the Lord Almighty did give us free will and the ability to think, separated us from the animals. I don't know why I'm selling this guy on being a vampire.
Oh, either. He's old.
That's fair.
Uh,
But
Right, well-
it would be no different than a man who is run over by an ox cart at 20 versus if he misses that ox cart and lives to 40.
I'm not
It is
sure I
a
follow.
Twice the man who missed the ox cart has twice the life, twice the amount of time to do things. It is double the lifespan. But we do not consider it unnatural that one man was run over in his at midlife in his 20s.
That thought seems fair. Well, I've had 60 years or more to make mistakes. I think making it that long is a blessing. I'm not sure the amount of mistakes I make in 60 more would prove as enlightening as the ones I've made thus far. Still,
And maybe it is for the best that we do not live so long.
yes. Well, the stack I knocked over has more of what you might seek in it. If you would be so kind to help me fix my mistake,
Indeed.
we can find them for
course.
you and help your
Sate my curiosity.
research. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I will go up. I'm gonna head up there and help him kind of rearrange.
Okay.
I'm not gonna forget the book he dropped either. I'm gonna take that back up there too. I'm
Okay.
sure it's the most important of the books.
It's not. It appears to be on glass blowing.
That's what you want me to think.
All right.
Investigate the chair.
The chair? Sometimes it's
Sorry.
just a chair. It's just a chair.
Sometimes it's not.
It's never just a chair.
It's, I swear, guys, it's just a chair. All right, so Oliver, you're leading this woman towards the Cappadocians.
Yes, me and Muscle Mommy.
I've avoided
Black?
trying to say her name because I have no idea how it's pronounced.
Muscle
But
Mommy.
Mommy? But during your walk with her, you get the impression that she has attempted to tell you her name. All right, so I'm going to spell it for you,
Oh, Francis.
and then if you want to take a stab at it, you can go for it.
I just thought you were spelling it out for me.
All right, so it's Q
Uh-huh.
A W
Uh-huh.
I Y Y A.
Q-A-W. Q-A-W.
I
I.
Y Y A.
Y-Y-A.
And then EL apostrophe CHADUBA. That's the part I can pronounce. I'm thinking that's Chaduba.
Totally a Chad.
Uh-huh. Sacagawea.
I mean, it seems a little, it's a little early for that mistake.
Oh.
Are you sure that's not a G and not a C?
No, it's a C.
Okay.
I pulled it. I copied it directly out of a book. Why?
Well, I Googled the first name to see if I could find something that said how it was pronounced.
Okay, yeah.
And the name came up with a G.
But with a G.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now she's in the book on the vampires in Jerusalem. So I copied it directly from it.
Kawea.
Yep, Kawiya.
Kawea.
Like KAHWEEYAH. Kawea. Oh, it's an Arabic name that means strong woman.
Nice.
I told you her name was Muscle Mommy.
Prototype token. Yeah, that's right.
I'm just like, Kawea. Is that your name?
Yes.
Oh, wait, you speak? Normal?
She kind of looks at you blankly.
Oh, God. She's back to not speaking again. I broke her.
She says something in Arabic. You don't know what it means. Then she says something sounding very similar to what Naheem was saying. Not quite identical, but very similar. And then she says, Samael Childer. And touches her chest.
I understood that last part.
You can, if you wish. You can make an occult intelligence roll.
Yep.
Difficulty is 5.
Cult intelligence, difficulty 5.
Nice. It registers, like after she says, Samael Childer. Nahum is Charlotte's direct, child. He was turned by Charlotte himself.
Mm-hmm.
What she has just said suggested she was turned by one of Charlotte's initial children, a man named Samael, who originated the warrior bloodline within the Salubri.
Oh. I see. Huh. So we're like family?
She doesn't look like she knows how to respond to that.
Oh. Okay. Uh, huh. I have a friend that's like you. Nothing?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. Let's just it's gonna be really good for teamwork. We can't communicate. Wait, do you understand me?
No response. Like,
All right, cool, got it.
you can. She's definitely trying to understand what you're saying. Then she just kind of smiles, like draws her sword, and then does a bit of a pose, and like thrusts the sword in front of her, and then points. Then she puts the sword away again.
I just like tap my bow on my back.
She shakes her head.
And then I just point to the graveyard direction. Or the church that, you know.
She says a bit of a phrase that you don't understand, but then you hear the word Cappadocian.
Yes.
Oh, she smiles and then nods
Oh,
and then like picks up her pace a little bit. walking
oh
in that
okay, good.
direction.
She's walking. I don't gotta sign it or anything.
It's an awkward walk. I mean, it's just been this brief moment has been awkward. She occasionally tries to say something, but she can tell that like each time she says something, there's no real recognition to meaning, just that she's saying something.
I just look
Looks
and I'm just
around.
like, I'm just like, me, one. I'm dumb.
Give me an expression withdrawal. And I will respond with the same. Okay, 2. That's my head. She laughs, shakes her head.
Alright. Now that we understand each other, I'm just gonna walk on.
All right, so you see the graveyard coming into view. You can easily make out the mausoleum where you left the remains of Paul and the gear that belonged to the assassin. Coming up, and then you can see just beyond it a brief glow of light where the construction work for repairing the small mausoleum that led to the catacombs was at. But when it comes into sight, it appears to be like fully repaired, and there are just a few outside digging a grave very quickly. Give me an alertness perception roll, please.
Alertness perception.
You recognize one of them. You were introduced to him by Adam when he came by. It's a gentleman by the name of Marcus. He seems to be directing the gravediggers as they go, and next to them, on the ground, is an uncoffined body wrapped in linens.
Like, is there a way in, or am I just gonna have to holler from where I'm at?
Like into the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there used to be a hole
Like-
I could walk through, you know, but now I.
Oh, yeah, in the mausoleum.
Oh, I thought
No,
there
like-
was a hole in the wall or something.
There was. It's
Yeah.
now repaired.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I used to be able to walk through that hole, but now they fixed
Oh.
it, you said, so.
A road moves through it. It's densely packed, like with all the above ground burials.
I'll
But there are definitely cart paths through, so you can make your way to them without any difficulty.
before we get to them, I'll point to them and say, Cappadocians.
She nods.
I mean, I don't know if she knows them, you know. We'll close the distance.
Okay.
Hello, Marcus.
He's tells them to stop and quickly, like, comes to cut you off from getting any closer to what they're doing.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Oliver.
Yep.
And then he says something to the woman in Arabic, and she responds, and there's appears to be some familiarity between the two of them, but no joviality connected to it.
Ah, great. Now I don't know what two people are saying.
He stops and says, she suggested that you should do the talking.
Oh.
I
All
don't
right.
know what gave her that idea.
Me neither.
We've had dealings with her before, but never something that required an intermediary.
I think she just likes the way I speak.
Perhaps. So, we've had a visit from your Nosferatu.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's no. He said he wanting to meet with Abraham. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you for very long, nor do I wish you to get too much of a look at what we're doing.
Oh,
How can I help you?
I guess maybe two things, like two questions I have. So when we were down in the catacombs, or the mazes under
Yes.
here, we ran into a group, Belai group.
I recall that you told us.
One of them got away. They went up some stairs and exited.
So we should have been able to see him. Is what you're asking? If we saw them?
Wait, so that exit would be in here somewhere? My question is where, if you would know where the exit or the entrance that one used would be located.
From what I understand, you confronted them in the basement of the Temple of Zaya, and he takes a few steps and then points down out of the graveyard a bit, and you can see in the distance the temple.
Is that like what they operate out of, basically?
Yeah, it's what they operate out of.
Okay.
If they went upstairs, we would have seen them come out that door. Give me a moment. And he walks over to the two digging, and he whispers something to them, and they nod, and they chatter amongst themselves a little bit. And he comes back and says, they didn't see anything, and I unfortunately was away before you finished, like when you came out of there. But one of the men who was here last time, during that time, did notice somebody. They are in reflection at the moment. It will take some time before they are willing to break their reflection.
Well, what do you mean by like some time? Like hours or like days?
Give me, if you would, a empathy manipulation roll. One. You get the idea that he's trying not to reveal too much of like what the person is doing, and he eventually fumbles his way to they're performing a ritual to expand into the worlds beyond. It requires fasting as well as communion with non-earthly beings. It takes weeks.
Oh.
However, if he saw them, one of his companions would have as well. I can ask them, but you must not watch what I do to be able to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can step away or whatever I need to do.
Your presence mildly required, since you will be the one receiving the information.
I'll close my eyes.
Good.
All of them.
Yep, close your eyes. That'll work. But in a moment, I'll be right back. And he heads back to the mausoleum they just fixed, and he comes out and he has a few small candles, and he's got some sort of shoulder bag of sorts.
You'll have to probably convey that to her, because I can't.
Right. What he tells her is much shorter. You get the feeling that she might know, like have an idea of what he's about to do, so she's simply like the exchange is much briefer
Oh.
because of it, and she just puffs, says something you don't understand, then she says a few curse words in French that you do understand, simply because they're curse words and easily learned through travels. You know,
Oh.
a few shits and dams and stuff like that.
Oh.
And then
Tabernacle.
she begins to walk away.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I'm sure she'll be back. Anyway.
I'll turn around and close my eyes. It's double protection from me seeing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I turn around and I close my eyes.
You're the best. Around. Marcus. Oh, smart, Mike. Good job. I have his disciplines filled out, but not fleshed out.
Way to go. You had one job.
And I did, and I fucked it up.
Man, I'm getting so much information trying to tell me about the Belai. It'd be terrible if I showed up here and didn't get anything. Wait, I bet Dragomir's in reflection. Having reflection, doing reflection. They both are. They're reflecting on each other. Or something. I have a feeling that was a good roll.
Hey, Doc. Busy now. Sorry, buddy.
Meow. Meow. Well, that one's
He only really talks in the morning. He doesn't do much during the day.
That one looks like it's even better roll. Look how many dice there are. I mean, Dragomir rolls that many dice sometimes, and look how good his are.
Right? All right. So like, you hear the sound of of Flint being knocked together, and you hear him chanting like quietly under his breath. He begins to perform a ritual, and then you feel his hands like rest upon your shoulders from behind.
Oh.
But there's like no weight to them. Like, even if someone were just trying to touch but not rest, you still feel it, right? That impact. You simply feel the presence of his hands on your shoulders.
That's weird.
And, he begins to continue to chant, and then a voice begins to like fill your left ear. It's not his. It's a whisper. It's very,
Oh no.
very quiet.
I have a character getting whispers.
What is your road score, my friend?
6. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is that good or bad?
Depends.
That's underwear or diapers. But
You are correct, sir. While he's whispering into your ear, a sudden lack of emotion washes over you. You just suddenly, absolutely quit giving a shit.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you don't know where, like, why.
That's
Just
right.
suddenly you're like, this is stupid. This doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.
Dragomir? Seen him make people feel that way.
A few moments pass. You continue to hear the whisper. Any little minor shifts you do, you feel that you actually feel a weight from behind on your shoulders, and then suddenly the two hands are very, very cold, and then the sensation, the cold, is gone, and then you hear him chanting behind you, not as closely as he was, like he moved, uh, probably with celerity, with how fast it had to have been done. And then he stands up and says, I have to ask, do you mind if I try to read your soul?
Go for it.
Oh, okay. That's helpful. That's helpful. Yes.
I don't care anyway. I mean, unless I do care now.
No, you really don't care.
Oh, I still don't care. Okay.
In fact, nothing is going to pique your interest. Nothing will have you having any type of ambiguous or non-ambiguous feelings. Nothing matters. It's all meh for the next day.
You...
All right, let's see. Please hold still.
Turned me into Vax. Now I have to go brood. Or something.
So. Yes, well, good news and bad news. What would you like first?
Good news. Nobody wants to end on the good news. That's just silly.
Good news is you will be getting the information you seek.
Okay.
Bad news, it'll come to you in the most nightmarish dream you've ever had. I called upon his companion. They decided to answer with spite.
Yeah, whatever.
There's Do you know what a wraith is?
Do I know what a wraith is?
You can make a cult intelligence roll.
The better question is, do you care?
He does not. Two. You do. You do know what a wraith is. Yeah, sort of. It is a type of malevolent ghost.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Does he know why a wraith is?
Yes, but I don't care.
I am sorry.
Eh. So I have to like sleep.
Yeah.
Can you relay that to her?
He says something about a djinn. Maybe you've heard that word before enough
Huh?
to know it's just interchanged for spiritual things.
Yeah. Okay.
She lets out like a very hearty belly laugh at what he tells her. And then he looks at you and says, the sun might be up in a few hours. It might be best to pick your trail up tomorrow.
All right. Just turn around and mope off or something. I don't know.
All right. Drag him here. Nice.
Wait, what? Sorry. Before I go away,
Okay.
I just want to ask
No,
you.
your time's up.
Ah!
Get outta here.
Ah! I just wanted to know if I would have time to get home, or would I need to maybe stay at the.
You have time to get home.
All right, then I would go home.
I mean,
That's all. I just.
You're not worried about it.
That's
You
true.
don't feel a rush to do it.
That's true, I guess. I just wanted to like figure out where I would end up, I guess.
Yeah. You can get to your place.
Cool.
You always sleep at Paul's mausoleum.
Whatever.
No one's at my office. My
Yeah,
my
that
my
too.
doctor clinic. You know, go there.
I don't care.
There's a very tired 7-year-old like standing out front, trying not to drop coins and still watch.
Poor kid.
Right, drag him here.
I'm here.
You hear the voice of Nahib.
Oh.
It says, gave me a scare. Congratulations on ignoring the Deadlands.
That was the wrong way. Okay, good. Good.
Try to reach out. I'm reaching for you. Make a willpower roll.
Feel very confident in this, obviously.
As well, you should.
Yeah. Is it 7 again or
No, it is a 6.
okay? Wow.
I think you
Go
need to
drag him here.
re-roll.
Oh. He's got more willpower than me, guys. He's got more willpower. Might have a few more.
You start to will yourself towards the voice, and then suddenly there is like a strength pulling you in the same direction, and you feel like a spiritual whiplash where you gone from practically stop to
Like I'm being pulled behind a speedboat in modern day vernacular.
yep,
Okay.
yep, exactly.
All right. Just mentally thinking, oh, that was different. Assuming that's you.
No response.
Okay. Just look around in the void that I'm in. Just keep moving forward.
Sure. You know what? Give me an awareness perception roll.
This will be the one that does really. Yes. There it is. 2 1s off of 10 dice. Good. I'm back. Kind of.
There's still nothing around you, but it's no longer a black void. It's more a deep blue. And there's a feeling of kind of being underwater as opposed to that floating in space that it was before.
Okay. Yeah, there's like there's a brief moment where he like considers like looking behind him and then remembers, no, might be like Lot's wife. Won't turn into a pillar of salt. Just keep going forward. So yeah, he's gonna just kind of enjoy the ride.
How strong is that urge?
I would say it's something he probably has to resist because, obviously his past is his past and it always weighs on him. So definitely a strong sensation.
Give me a willpower roll then.
Okay.
No, scratch that.
Okay.
A self-control.
Oh, that's even. Yeah, that's really good. Not.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love rolling a 10 and a 1. I'm back.
You try to convince yourself not to do it, but you turn to look, and the void you look back onto has the iridescent shimmer of like an oil that's been spread, and it seems to be more that shimmers much closer than what your movements would have suggested. Like you're fairly certain, even if you hadn't moved your feet, you've crossed a great distance. But that void is still very close. And beyond it is not the black, empty you expected to see. There's like a skyline to an absolutely ancient city that looks to have been decimated and destroyed, and parts of it are chunked and floating in the sky above it as well. Like asteroids in an asteroid belt around each other, or a cracked moon of sorts of this cityscape. you can swear you see fires burning. That flicker of light in the city is bright enough that they're not small fires. They're the type you see when buildings have burned down or bonfires that have been set up for celebrations. They're immense. And for the briefest of moments, you feel like those fires have been burning forever before all of it disappears and you're just looking at a reflection of yourself in a mirror with that oily film to it. And the you see is emaciated and pale, skin withdrawn, your hair has grown out, your beard has grown out. Your clothes look far, far tattered than they are. They look ancient and soiled on you.
Okay. How does he respond? I mean, I would say that there's like this urge. I mean, if he feels like he's kind of being pulled along, it's almost a sensation of like, you know, he knows he's being pulled towards where he needs to go, but there's that sensation that of being shocked by what he's seeing, of having the voices tell him that, you know, why are they trapped in this hell, and believing that that's what he's been seeing in the background behind him before this oily sheen crosses back over and he sees a tattered version of himself, or a haggard version, of almost like just letting go of the rope and just kind of drifting towards the direction that he needs to go. He's desperately trying to hold on so he can keep moving forward, but yeah, the feeling is the feeling of letting it go and not accepting the help is there.
I've had you roll them before. A willpower roll, please.
Yep. Cannot roll a 10 without having a 1 in there. Cannot. It is impossible.
You're never getting out of this place.
I'm not.
You feel yourself being pulled along, but you can't bring yourself to assist, nor can you bring yourself to turn away from what you've just seen. As you're drifting by being pulled by whatever this is, the distance between you and the reflection doesn't change. Simply the reflection itself. As you get pulled further, it begins to look more like you do. Less emaciated, less pale, but not as corpse-like as it was before.
Like I'm filling in as or
Yeah.
being restored to an extent. Okay.
Yeah. And you begin to sense the sun. You can feel its rise approaching as you have morning, sunrise after sunrise. The urge to sleep is there, but it's not as compulsive as it has been for you. You feel as if, as long as you're in this void, as long as you're being pulled along, you can remain awake without having to worry about the sun's power forcing you into slumber.
Okay.
Asmodeus, you've
Yes.
returned to your hovel of sorts as you wait for Marcus to get with Abraham to set up a meeting for you tomorrow. But when you enter, there is a short, thin man with like a cover turned cloak over his shoulders. He's looking through your stuff, and when he hears you come in, he stops, looks over, smiles. The smile you get is, it seems abnormal. Like it's not a Nosferatu level abnormal, but this man's teeth hint at a rodent-like nature. Like he looks like he's gone into a frenzy one too many times, and he's starting to develop rat or mouse-like changes. And he stops and he puts down what he was looking through of your stuff, and he turns. He doesn't stand up. He just kind of scoots in his squatted position to look at you and says, "It's taken you too long to get home, Leech."
And why are you here?
I've come to speak to you.
For what reason?
You and I inhabit a similar world. I need help. You need help. I think we can help each other. My name is Jakob. Most people call me Chaser.
And what help would this be that I need?
How to put it? Someone has loosed a series of small predators into your city. They are not of the physical. A bird has informed me that your movements suggest you're going after them, or that you've been involved with them. So you need them taken care of. I need to speak to one of them.
You need to speak to one of the ones loosing this.
the lesser urges of man are being stirred up by these predators. I need one of them to give me some information before I kill it. I need to speak to it.
You can speak to it, but you cannot kill it.
Why?
So I am tasked to bring it to the prince.
All right, give me a moment. I don't see how a meeting with the human leaders of this city is going to help you any. Then he stands from his squatting position. He's very short. Not quite like dwarf, but he might be pushing 5 foot.
Can I tell if he's, I mean, just outwardly, I can see that he's not human.
Give me an awareness perception roll.
Six.
Nice. Nice. You begin to examine him more closely. You begin to look him up and down, and then in the pit of your stomach, the beast moves, and it's a movement of fear. Whatever you're looking at, it's not human, but the thing inside you is unnerved by being in its presence.
I know what might cause that sort of reaction.
You can give me an occult intelligence roll.
Can I use keen memory?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Nothing comes to mind. Maybe he's another vampire?
And what help would you require? The speaking of this, the speaking, is that what you're wanting?
That is what I want. Without the assistance of companions, I am alone, so I cannot do a citywide search by myself. You are looking into it, so your companions will be looking into it. That's a much larger set of eyes that are necessary.
Okay. I say give me a day.
A day.
Tomorrow night. Meet me back here. And I will have an answer.
I've never been. Sorry, excuse me. Cut that out. Cat's clawing on my bed. I've never been one to not show patience, but I get a feeling that you're trying to put off agreeing.
I'm sure you could understand my reluctance to find you in my home, digging in my things.
Well, I was hoping you had a book. Maybe a scroll, piece of parchment. A child's toy, something to do while I waited. You do not.
That was your mistake. I do
I
not care
have
for those
made
things.
many, but I don't think I'm doing a good enough job of really informing you of the urgency of this matter. So he kind of like does one of those tough guy, moves his shoulders back, gets ready to like he's going to throw down. It's adorable looking from this tiny little man. Like you're huge compared to him. There's no way he can do anything like to harm you. Don't tell me my sheet's locked. I have to spin stuff, man. Yeah, I would use willpower. Roll. He steps up, tries to do that tough guy, like get in your face, but you're way up here and he's way down here. And then he starts to get bigger. His features change ever so slightly. His brow becomes thicker. The hair along his face becomes darker and coarser and bushier. The unkept mane of his grows out to form an even larger matted mess. His muscles, you can see them shift underneath the cloak. And then he starts to get bigger. And then he's looking you directly in the eye. And then suddenly you're looking up at him. And as he's growing, his face begins to elongate. His teeth begin to sharpen. His clothes underneath, you can hear some tearing. And before you stands a massive, monstrous wolf creature. I need you to make a self-control roll.
He's a grower.
Yep, he's growing now, Joey.
Ooh.
Nice. your beast is wigging out, like going absolute crazy. But you managed to like hold your ground and not move as he's looming over you. And that's where I'm going to call it.
Very nice.
Alrighty, I have in the past given you little tidbits of this and that, but I've spent the last week just wrestling this system to get things done, so I've not had time to look anything up. I am sorry. So the 1100s was a century. Yeah. I'm glad you joined us. I'm happy if you stayed all the way through to the end. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that engagement stuff. I hear there's a hype thing now. I don't think we have it yet. Not enough followers. But if it's far in the future and we do, hype this video. If you're on Twitch, thanks for joining us. Come back again. And until we see you again, remember, don't play in the dark. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.